Let's bring you other news developing at this hour. With two suspects set to appear in court for the murder of 5-year-old Ditebogo Phalane, the community of Soshanguve is marching against violent crime and illegal guns there. The march under the banner of Silence the Gun is supported by the Young Communist League of South Africa and the ANC Youth League. Little Ditebogo Phalane, you might remember, was shot and killed in a hijacking incident just outside his home, and these two suspects were arrested earlier on in the week. Patricia Visagie is our reporter keeping up with the march in the community. She joins us now live, and it comes as no surprise that the community is banding together in this way, Patricia, especially because yet another family is asking for police help after their son was killed.
Comrades, if you are not being interviewed, please move from the stand.
Well, good morning. Certainly the attention falls on Soshanguve again, and the spate of crime that's terrorizing the residents, the people, and really just the community members in the various parts of Soshanguve. A lot of focus, I would say, in the past 2 weeks in terms of what is happening in this particular community, and really just looking for answers to resolve the spate of crime, the scourge of crime, and some of the other challenges that lead to crime in this particular community. Of course, as you've just mentioned, under the banner of the ANC Youth League, the Young Communist League, the taxi industry, and we see some religious leaders that are also here, and really just community leaders, community members that have descended here at the Giant Stadium in Soshanguve as they will be marching against crime in the area. I'm joined by the ANC Youth League President, Colin Malachi. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's get straight into it. Of course, we understand that crime is a huge challenge countrywide, but there's been a heightened focus in Soshanguve, in particular when we look at the spate of gun violence claiming so many innocent lives. We were shocked just recently when a 5-year-old had to pay the ultimate price. But as the Youth League, what is it that you are hoping to get out of this?
Look, firstly, we want to involve the community because the crime issue is a social issue. That's why we're with the civil society, we're with the religious society, we're with everyone, because we need the whole community to be involved. But secondly, we got reports from our communities in Soshanguve and all our townships all over the country that they've lost confidence in our police. Now, this march is also to the police, say that being a police, it's a calling, it's a big responsibility to guard society, to make sure everyone feels safe in their own homes, in the streets, because we can't celebrate 30 years of democracy when we have people who still feel unsafe in their own streets and their own communities. And Soshanguve is one of those examples. Just a week ago, a small child was killed because of an hijacking incident that has happened in this area. People are killed almost every day in this area, whether it's people from the creative industry, whether it's religious leaders, whether it's kids, whether it's youth in sports. Now it's becoming, Soshanguve has become one of the highest crime zones in South Africa.
As the ANC Youth League, you are part of the mother body, the ANC that's governing South Africa. The Minister of Police is an ANC member. Is this not a motion of no confidence in yourself? You are basically marching against yourself. Crime is getting out of control right under the leadership of the ANC, the leadership of the police minister, who is an ANC member, who's part of the party that you're representing here today.
The beauty about being in the Youth League is that we have a big responsibility to hold employees accountable. The Youth League's role, part of its role, is to make sure that those that we send to government do what we've sent them to in government. The issue of crime, the ANC has highlighted it as one of its biggest challenges. The ANC has acknowledged that for the past years, the crime stats have been increasing under our government, and something must be done. And we've told the Minister of Police that he must act up or move aside. We've called upon that also this police, there must moving around of police. You can't have a police that is born in Soshanguve, raised in Soshanguve, also the police person in Soshanguve. It becomes a problematic area. Now there must be a redeployment and of police everywhere else. But we've acknowledged as the ANC, as the ruling party, that we've excelled everywhere else. But the issue of crime is of managing crime in South Africa. We've not done very well.
And why are you not doing well? Where are you failing when it comes to that, to a point where little children have to be gunned down by ruthless criminals. Of course, we're not saying you did it, but you are acknowledging that you have failed on that part. Where have you gone wrong?
I think that one of the biggest problems we failed on is the issue of building conscious societies, because these criminals are not from anywhere, they're from our communities, they're our brothers, they're our uncles, they're our sisters. Now those are people that we need to conscientize. We need to bring in religious leaders to assist us, traditional leaders to assist us. Communities must unite in this issue. But also we need to deploy conscious police people, because to be a police person is not just a job to get a salary. It's a calling, because you are guarding the safety of the country and making sure that everyone is safe in their own country. And I think we need to restructure our recruitment strategy on how we recruit, the government recruits police into the system. But mainly we need to join in with communities and make sure that community forums, street committees are activated again, they're given support to deal with the issue of crime.
The other issues, social challenges, the triple challenges that we know, unemployment, inequality and poverty, that often is one of the biggest catalysts that contribute to the high levels of crime in the various societies. But that too seems to not be dealt with, in particular the issue around unemployment, where we're sitting with close to 45% or 50% of the youth that are still unemployed. But we're not seeing the Youth League being very, very progressive when it comes to dealing with those issues.
It's not true that the Youth League is not being progressive. We're the first organization to declare unemployment a disaster. We're the first one. We're the first organization to also give solutions to the president. We told the president that the mineral resources below the soil, we must put export quotas to make sure that we reindustrialize our economy to create enough employment for the youth of South Africa. We gave solutions, and the president of the country, both in the state platforms and the government platform, has done that. We're the first ones, again, the Youth League, to call upon the Minister of Employment to put aside over 21 billion of UIF money to reskill the youth, which will reskill over 2.5 million young people onto skills development. Now, to say the youth is not doing anything is not true. We gave solutions and they're being implemented, and we monitor them closely to make sure that all those solutions are implemented.
The Minister of Police, Begekele, is on his way. He is going to accept your memorandum shortly. What's your message to him? What are the priority points that you want to highlight to the Minister in terms of tackling the issue of crime, in particular in this community?
Our memorandum is clear on what must happen. The crime issue's got solutions already. The minister must commit and give time frames. So I'm giving 14 days to respond on how to restructure the problems Soshanguve and many other townships to make sure that there's a police station in every township and everywhere else people are serviced by quality police people. And the minister must be able to explain all of those things. Now, we expect that from him to commit fully on the issue of crime. Failure to will come back in 14 days. We're with churches, we're with taxi associations, we're with everyone else working together, business people, to fight against this thing of crime. This march is not only a march of the Youth League, it's a community march. Community members have joined hands to fight against this disease called crime that is killing our youth and women and children on a day-to-day basis.
We are a few days before elections. Some are saying that this is just a show of force for electioneering. How do you respond?
Look, a crime can be a show of force. People are affected by crime, whether you're DA, whether you're EFF, any other political party, crime affects you. We've invited everyone to come and join this march. We'll even march after elections if the issue of crime is not resolved. This is not the first march of crime, where the Youth League has always led societal marches against crime. Now, maybe because we're going to election, but the elections have not stopped the fact that activism must continue in communities. We can't say activism must be postponed because we're going to elections. No. Yes, we want people to vote for the ANC because the ANC is the only party that can resolve all socio-economic challenges. It's a party with a good track record of resolving problems in this country.
All right, thank you so much there, Colin Malachi. He's the president of the ANC Youth League. Of course, here they unite to take to the streets of Soshanguve. They're marching against rampant crime in the area. And of course, in just a bit, they'll be handing over a memorandum, a list of grievances and demands that they will be tabling before the police minister and the SABC top brass who are also in the area to come and receive this particular memorandum. And this is happening on the backdrop of more developments relating to the Ditebogo Junior Phalane case. Of course, 2 more suspects that were arrested appearing in court today. So there's a lot of developments, and really one has to also give credit where it's due swift police work as they went after the killers of the 5-year-old. But of course, the community here in Soshanguve saying that everyone needs to be counted. They're tired of crime. We'll come back a little bit later with more developments around this march. It's back to studio.
Patricia Visagie is live to us there from Soshanguve. Thanks very much indeed.